Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Actually, it's grey outside. A bit like my, I hope. Feeling fresh today, guys. How's it going? You alright? Well, this is the morning briefing. This is where we talk about absolutely nothing. But just give you an idea of what we're going to do today, I think. Which I have no idea, to be honest with you. We'll churn out some videos, I'm sure. It'd be nice to do the Cop Talk podcast. Don't Know's Best podcast, maybe. You should check that out if you want to giggle. It's nothing to do with football. I did update that yesterday. I can't remember if I updated the Cop Talk podcast yesterday. I think I did. Yeah, I did. So yeah, we need to do those things. Social media. What's happening on social media today? We're seeing a lot of stuff on social media at the moment about Liverpool's super duper attendance. That's future attendance at the weekend. With the redevelopment of the stadium and everything being fully open. So there's a lot of nicey, like, oh, this is good for Liverpool, isn't it? There's a lot of that going on at the moment. There is speculation regarding Mo Salah and Saudi Arabia. There's a club out there, Al Hilal, I think, that have been linked with him previously. I'm making a video about that. There is a new valuation that's been set there that they would be willing to pay, which is only 75.5 million only, but it's considerably lower than the figures we saw in the summer. That is only one club though. Another club might be willing to pay more. 75.5 million, well, it's 100 million euros with an option of another 20 to 50 million in bonuses. So we'll be talking about that. There is increasing chatter here in Spain that Liverpool are looking around, Spanish football. That's why it's mentioned in Spain. Potential replacements for Mo Salah. So I don't know if those two things are playing into each other at the moment. There's this speculation to do with maybe Salah to Saudi is still a possibility, and Liverpool are now looking at replacements. Depending on what you read and who you read, you do see occasionally, every couple of weeks, you'll say Liverpool, looking for potential Salah replacements, which I think tends to be the weaker journalism. Like it's not that the journals that we really pay much attention to, it's just like the shitty aggregators and stuff like that, and nobodies and that, and just throwing out links and saying, well, Liverpool are looking for a replacement. So we've not really seen anyone credible say that of late. But now the Spanish media, all of a sudden in the last few days, have gone in with Liverpool are looking for Mo Salah replacements. And to be honest with you, the source of those reports, the outlets behind them, there's no reason for them to be mentioning Mo Salah. It's because there's no Spanish clubs really that would benefit from that. Does that make sense? Like when I see a claim made, I always think, right, who does that benefit, that being out there? If a club's locked in negotiations with a player contract extension, or they're trying to sign someone, to put the leak news out, don't they, or manipulate news so that people might get a bit like, oh, I better take that offer or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And it's just the reports I'm seeing in Spain at the moment about Liverpool looking for more Salah replacements. Doesn't seem like it really benefits anyone. It seems like they've really heard that, and that's really happening. So I don't know. It's something that I would ask you to consider and to monitor over the coming weeks or so. But nobody really said anything back home about Mo Salah possibly leaving. And to be honest, it wouldn't shock me if there was suddenly an announcement that he's signing a 1-year extension or something. I think I was probably thinking that might happen until the Jurgen Klopp news. Oh, did you hear my phone go? I think, but now we're in a situation where the manager's going, so if you were about to pen an extension, depending on your age and status in his squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, for sure, you might delay doing that. Like Virgil van Dijk, for example. These are players that we want to see commit. Trent Alexander-Arnold, you don't think it would affect someone like him. He's a young lad, and he's like, I want to play for Liverpool, whoever the manager is, kind of thing. But I do think that, I mentioned last week I said maybe towards the end, no, I didn't. Last week, towards the end of last week, I said it wouldn't surprise me if we saw some feel-good news soon. possibly by Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday being today. Yesterday we had all this stuff come out about this new super duper attendance, and it's just little things like that where it, like tell them things are all right sort of thing. And it wouldn't surprise me if we heard something to do with contracts, at the club, at the club, for sure, Rafa, Rofer, as Tom Hicks would say. Yeah, I don't know why I do these things. I think they just stick there, do you know what I mean? Rofer. I used to say that all the time, Rofer, right? And then, when I was in Dallas with Tom Hicks, he said to me, he went, Duncan, like Rofer. Okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Nothing new, Chubs. Yeah, I know. I can't remember where I was. Yeah, I just think that, we might see some contract news or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Strange times at Liverpool at the moment. The fans are very calm. I think the fans at the moment are probably just still in shock with the club stuff. Not like they've accepted it. We have no choice but to. But I do get that feeling that people are just like that. No one's panicking. I didn't see anyone panicking. But I've seen some really sensible comments on my videos the last few days. People saying, people don't know, like, the FSG are about to see what fucking, back to reality again without Klopp, So, I don't know. I feel, I don't know, right? The news, I said possibly something by Monday, Tuesday, you know what they're like, guys, FSG and all that, we'll see something, like in the past we've had a new bus announced after a transfer window closes, for example. So at the moment we're seeing the positivity around this, what the amazing Anfield, which is amazing, there's no doubt about it. I'm not quite sure that's big enough, really. I feel like FSG really need to drop something soon. Big news. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm looking for something that's not there, but that's what they usually like anyway. All right, anyway, so that's that. We're going to be talking about things like that. I did do a live stream yesterday afternoon, which was around 3 o'clock UK time, I think, 3 o'clock. I will probably do that again today, so make sure your notifications are enabled. If you have Twitter, follow Cop Talk TV. If you have Facebook, follow Cop Talk TV, as well as the Cop Talk channels, at Duncan Oldham on Twitter, obs. Because we'll probably do something this afternoon. Maybe even this evening. I don't know, really. I just like to, sometimes when I finish, I like to just chill with you guys, see what's going on. See what everyone thinks. So, to be honest with you, there's nothing really on social media, I don't think. I think I've touched on the things I wanted to touch on, okay? Right, guys, I'll crack on, and we'll be with you shortly with some vids or something like that. All right, speak to you soon.